as this flame is lit, may it signify the rekindling of our glorious past and the bright future that lies ahead. I now invite Prathamesh Dandekar, Managing Director, Hodi Innovations, to tell us more about this project.
Good morning, esteemed dignitaries. Our chief guest for today, Rear Admiral K.M. Ramakrishnan, VSM Flag Officer, Karnataka Naval Area, officers of the Indian Navy, members of the press, friends, family, and on behalf of Team Hodi, I extend a warm welcome to all of you here to experience this extraordinary milestone in our ancient stitched boat project. This project has been a culmination of more than 2 years of hard work, challenges and learning experiences to get to where we are today. So over 2,000 years ago, there was an artist that made a beautiful painting of an ancient ship. The painting is situated today in Ajanta Cave 2. So this painting has 3 masts, a bowsprit sail, steering oars and square rigged sails. So fast forward to today, Shri Sanjeev Sanyal, economic advisor to the PM, conceived an idea to recreate an ancient stitched ship. So little did that artist from 2,000 years ago know that his painting would one day inspire this project. So through a tripartite agreement between the Culture Ministry, the Indian Navy and Hodi Innovations, we set forth the motions that have led us to this day. So as a third generation boat builder, a Goan from this very, very small state that I call home, I feel very proud, honored and excited to be a part of this amazing project. So this project has not been easy. There have been countless challenges from the get-go. So how do you design a ship that was present 2,000 years ago? What raw materials were used? How did they join them? How was it constructed? All these questions were posed to us when we initially started this project. So through answering these questions, figuring out solutions, we have been able to construct this beautiful work of art that has gotten all of us here today. So for all of those who are not as familiar with the project, if I were to tell you that coconut, fish oil, some tree resin and cotton were all that it takes to make a ship that can sail the 7 seas, you'd probably laugh at me. But these are the very ingredients that have gone into making the ship that you see before your eyes today. So the boat is entirely made of wood, different types of wood for different areas of the boat. It is stitched in a very characteristic IXI pattern, which if anyone goes closer to the hull, you can clearly see. The boat is caulked with cotton and tree resin, seasoned with fish oil, and powered by cotton sails, ready to sail anywhere around the world. So when my team and I started this project, neither of us had ever stitched a boat, nor ever heard of a boat that can be stitched and sail across the ocean. So it was a very, very unique project that posed a lot of unique challenges. So we built a lot of modern boats, mainly in fiberglass. So when we took up this project, there was a criteria of steam bending. So in normal construction, we want to take out as much water from wood as possible before we use the wood in the construction. But here we were making a long steam bending chamber, pumping in some steam and putting in wild jack planks, cooking them for hours so that the grains relaxed before we could twist them and place them in position. If you ask my team what we were doing for these last 2 years when we conducted the construction of this project, some might say we were scouring the jungles of India looking for jackfruit trees that grew in natural Ys and natural curves, mimicking those of the ship that we see today. These were the wood pieces that we used in the frames of the vessel. Some of us might tell you that we were scouring the Konkan coast for some sardine oil. It's the same oil that has been used on the exterior and interior of the vessel to preserve the wood. Some of us might be saying that we were in Kozhikode looking for salt-baked coir, a very specific kind of coir whose fibers have been soaked in salt-rich soil for 6 months before the ropes are being made. So there were all of these numerous challenges, and it was a lot of fun to get to where we are today. So overall, it was quite a humbling experience to let go of all of these modern gadgets that I really love. Go back to picking up a hammer, a chisel, some coir rope and some needles, and chipping at wood and stitching planks together to make this stitch ship. So our history in shipbuilding somewhere along the line has been lost. But if you look into the history of neighboring countries where we used to trade, if you look at history of China, of Bali, it's dotted with stories of Indians being there at the time. So how did they get there? It was through an ancient stitch ship, of course. So this project is not a project of firsts. It is a project of remembrance, a project of revitalizing our past and rebuilding something that was a norm 2000 years ago. So on that note, there is a very, very special group of people here with us today. These people hold the art, hold the key, and have transferred their knowledge through generations. So led by Mr. Babu Shankaran, these are the artisans we have here today. They are the flag bearers of our shipbuilding history and have passed down their knowledge from generation to generation. So can we have another round of applause for the artisans who have been such a big part of this project. So as we get ready to launch this boat today, something very special happens. Again, unlike modern construction, this boat starts taking in all the salt water that it's put in. Every single crack, every single hole that we have made, every single piece of coir that's on the boat starts taking in the salt water. And in a couple of days, the entire hull becomes completely waterproof, just as it did 2000 years ago. We then erect two 16-meter high masts and power her with natural rope rigging and cotton sails, ready to replace any ancient trade route. So to the Ministry of Culture and to the Indian Navy, from my team and I thank you for giving me this opportunity to build this ancient stitch ship and be a part of history. To the artisans, I thank you for passing down your trade and craft through generations and being such a big part of this project. My team, I thank you for giving countless hours for the last 2 years to make this project a success. And to everybody here, thank you for your time and thank you for gracing this occasion with your presence. So as we launch this vessel, let us remember that this moment is a tribute to our past glory, and may it inspire future generations to honor and preserve the rich heritage of our country that has shaped us all. Thank you, Jai Hind.